The calm before the storm, right? No blood in the picture, it's no good. Yo, what up? D here, bringing you another fantastic video of my favorite spot to ride. And just on this preview, I get stuck on logs. It's kind of like the going joke. I hate friggin' logs. Can't stand them. I can't get over them. I got some guys working on helping me get over them. And yeah, I'm just but apparently my nephew doesn't like them either. But yeah, so back to where we're here. This is February 22nd. It's a Wednesday after work. Petey and I came out to a single track loop that I really enjoy. It's a real flowy loop. It's got like 3 sections of different types of terrain. It's roughly a 30-minute lap. And it's just, it's awesome. I have a lot of fun. And on this video, I dubbed it up because we're not going that fast, or I'm not going that fast, and we're just trying to enjoy it. When you watch it dubbed, that's how fast I feel like I'm going. And this is what it looks like on board with my eyes. But when I have the camera going on the GoPro, it's much slower. But that being said, this loop is pretty dynamite. I really enjoy it. I come here just to practice on my wood stuff. As you know, I race J-Day. I raced the whole 22 season almost, and placed 9th. I'm trying to better myself in the woods because I felt that's where I was deficient. And stuff like this that I flow on, I can trust more on. I can have more trust with my bike in the woods. On the track, I feel comfortable. Not that I don't feel comfortable in the woods, I just don't have the experience of flying through the woods like these guys do at the J-Days, and vice versa. You know, P27s, Netras. I'm not looking to do all that. I kind of want to try to hit up as many J-Day races as I can, weather pending. I don't think I'm gonna go to like a mud bog one, but I'd like to do the Southwicks, maybe even hit the Unadilla. That's kind of a goal. Never been at that track. It'd be dope to say I've ridden on it or raced it. I know it wouldn't be the full motocross track, but die-hard motocross fans would love to race that track, Unadilla that is. So, yeah, we're just buzzing around in the woods. These trails are dope. It's kind of hard to see with the leaves on top, but it really wasn't that slippery. It was another fairly warm day. I want to say it was like 45 to 42 degrees today. It's Wednesday. This is around 4 p.m. and just another weekday practice. I mean, I call it a practice, but it's pretty much seat time. I don't have like a goal I was working on today. I know I usually say to have one, but just enjoying the ride at this point. Just trying to make the best of it with this warm weather, the early or the late winter that's not coming. Tonight, after this video, it's gonna be snowing, so just trying to take advantage of it. So those of you that don't know me, I kind of like to clown around a lot, and I can take things too serious at points. So I'm really trying to just enjoy the riding time and not take it serious is kind of like what I'm going with. But I'm also a ball buster too. You might know if you know me. But those that don't, I try to do something. This is Pete, my nephew. He's my riding training partner, and we connect really well, and I'm trying to get him to do J days with me this year, and I think he can excel in it vastly because he has it. It's just he's gonna get comfortable on it. He's on a 450, which is really hard, but his Husky 450 is pretty dope. I could race it and feel comfortable. So we do some things here. He doesn't like to do the dead starts, but I'm just trying to do it, because if you don't try this, you don't know what your bike's gonna do. And I haven't really done a lot of starts with this bike, so I was just messing around. He smoked me as per usual on starts anyway. But yeah, we're just having fun today. We kind of play riding, threw this in the middle, and spanking his ass right here. He didn't see this coming, but he's really good at wheelies, so we do a lot of that kind of nonsense. And a lot of stuff at this place was like fully flooded like this. This was like almost a foot of water. It was crystal clear, but it was just like, yikes. You don't want to go down in this big puddle, but we make through on this, just putting around. This was actually at the end of our woods loop. I just threw this in so you had something different to watch and try to keep the content interesting. I thought it would have been cool if he went down, not for him, but if he went down in that puddle, it would have been pretty dope. Pretty hilarious, not dope. But yeah, so getting back into the loop, there's 3 sections of this loop. That first part is all kind of like rocky, and this is a continuation of it, but it kind of turns more into this like dark, deep soil, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. It reminds me of camping. It's got like the really like, I don't want to say pine needle-y like soil where it's like soft, but a lot of traction, but loose. And under the leaves, you can see not many people have been out here. So we only did 1 lap of this because it's like a half hour and then it gets dark. But so we're just continuing on through. This video is approximately like a 22-25 minute video. It's pretty much the whole loop. I'm not gonna keep talking on it. I'm gonna let you enjoy it, and hopefully the high speed dub doesn't give you a headache. But there's some elevation changes like that, some little mud crossings. Typically it's not, like in the summertime all the leaves are gone. So that's the first section. We're getting into the second section. There's some rocks, like downhill stuff with that real rich soil. The first section had some hard base, kind of like, I don't know if it's like clayish or like Cape Coddish kind of soil, but this is more like that dark, deep earth, and a lot of like standing up turns I'm working on here. There's a lot of trees. It's like I don't know, I just like the view of the trees, or going in and out of the trees is pretty good. This is an open area of it, but it's getting to the next section. So it's like a cart route, which we're not going crazy flying down. Easy to get lost here because it's not broken in, so like I don't know where to turn and vice versa. So now we're back into the main part. So that was the second section, I believe. I'm trying to see where I am as I watch this. But yeah, no, that's still the first section. We ended up going through this like mud bog section to get to the second part of the loop. But it ends up into some sandy section with some pretty gnarly whoops with roots in it and stuff. So you get like we're getting the best of everything at this spot, and it comes all at the right time. So it's kind of like technical in the beginning, and then as you get tired, it gets easier but funner and flowy. So I just really enjoy it. So let me know if you like this content, if you think you want to see something more or less. Please chime in, because I can't read your mind, and I'm not really spending a ton of time putting these together. I'm just kind of winging it, probably like an hour or so here and there, editing it, and I'm doing it all on my phone, so it's pretty low budget, but it's all good. It kind of motivates me to keep doing them. If you're all watching them and you like this stuff, and you like what I'm talking about, or revealing or sharing, please like and comment. Let me know if there's something else you want to see. But a couple people have asked me how I'm liking my 23 Husqvarna FC350, which is what I'm riding, and I love it. The bike is awesome. It's you can critique any bike, but I don't really have any critiques on this bike because I'm not doing motocross, because I'm not setting it up for that. I'm setting it up more for the woods, but I still love motocross, so I'm kind of in between. It's not awesome at anything, but it's good at everything. And give you a couple things that I've done to this bike. I've geared it up one in the rear just to give it to make the gears a little shorter, or so thirds longer, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because I want to ride third gear everywhere. And I got an 18-inch rear wheel with a bib moose on it, running a Tusk tire right now, which don't tell anybody, but it should be a Dunlop. I have Dunlops that this one beat as hell. It was my old tire from last season, so I'm running Dunlops this year. I got the 33 going to be going on. I also have AT81, I believe it's called, and I got another hard pack one just to try for the woods. And I'm using the MS3, right? MS3 front, not the 33, the 3, the old version, because they had them and they didn't have the 33s, and I used to like the 3S. So we're going to try that on the front for the season. I know what they're like, and I think they'll be good in the woods because they're more like a scattered knob than a sand knob tire. But that being said, I love the bike. The only thing else that I've done to it is this bike has a Vortex ignition in it. I am running in linear power map, so I have a high power and a linear power map at my disposal on the map switch. There's like 10 maps, but these are the only 2 that I use. If I really want to crank on the bike, I might put the full power one on. It's kind of like adding a turbo onto the damn bike. It's a bit too much for me. It makes it feel like a 450. And the linear one is like just right for me. It definitely upgraded the bike. It got rid of a lot of engine braking that was annoying on this bike with the stock ECU, but best mod by far for me. It is a $800 to $1,000 upgrade, so be aware of that. But it is well worth it, and I tried it, and I highly recommend. Just another note to self is you can transfer it with your bikes. I got mine programmed at XPR, Chad from XPR. You can take the Vortex ECU out and send it back and have them reprogram it to another bike if you keep it or if you let it go with the bike. But that's what I did. I took this off my 21, got new maps for the 23, and here we are. Other things, what else did I do to this bike? I just did a seat cover, and I don't think I did anything else. It's all stock. Bike's great. I got like 46 hours on it. Was planning on racing it throughout the season. Bikes are really tough to sell, but this bike is for sale if anyone's interested. I'm just short selling them just to get the same thing for less hours or whatever, but really nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. The one thing I did notice is these engines run hotter than the older engines. This is the new platform with the new style engine. They do feel hot like between your legs, but it's not an issue. They run a little hot. If you have the coolant full all the way, it might purge a little bit, kind of like the old Honda days back when I had a CRF 450. At the starting gate, it would purge a little, but no big issue at all. What else did I notice about this bike? I'm just thinking about it. I'm sorry. I think I gotta raise my bars a little bit higher. Put like 1/4-inch spacers underneath the bar clamp, not the clamp, but the bar mount, just so I can feel more comfortable in turns and in the woods. I'm running the suspension super soft. It's still stock. Factory suspension. Will probably be doing it shortly, but I'm running stock. I'm like for the fork, I'm running like $120 for air pressure, and no lie, I'm like at like 39 out on compression on the fork, And the rear shock, I'm far out there as well. I kind of have them equal. The bike's super soft, but it doesn't bother me. Somewhere like Southwick, if I was racing the motocross track, it's way too soft for that. You want to stay up on the sand a bit, but I'd rather have it more trustable, or more reliable and trustworthy in the woods, so I'm not like sketch hitting trees. Because if you wash out or you can't get over the whoops at Southwick in the sand, it's not really a big deal. Not much time made up there in my scenario. But anyway, if you have any other questions about the bike, just please comment or ask me. Reach out, private message me, whatever you want to do. I'm open to giving any advice out there that I have if you all want it. But yeah, so I'm gonna shut up. Like and subscribe to the channel. In the next week or so, I'm going to Daytona Supercross to watch. I'll be out in Florida doing that for the weekend, a quick trip. Super excited about that. And I may ride after this video in the snow. I might give it a shot. I would never do it again since I was a teenager, but you know what? Like I said, I don't want to take it serious, just having fun. Might go try it maybe this weekend. So stay tuned, and yeah, comment, tell me if there's anything more or less you want to see. And thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you at the next. Later. Couple little trees and mud puddles we weren't used to, but whatever.